I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets. I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets. I've been surveying the desert all these long years. But I have been completely flummoxed by those cursed tablets.
We only have the best selection here.
Unusual to see a traveler around these parts. This is Ruffian, the only settlement in the desert. It used to be a real town once, but most people have gone and given up on the bandit life. We're all that's left. You're not the typical tourist. What could be worth coming out here for? There's only bandits around this place. We control the whole settlement, and you won't find much welcome if we don't feel like giving it. The last oasis you'll find before heading into that cursed desert. It ain't much now, though. There are some rough fellows here. An outsider might do better to just stay away. If you insist on seeing the ruins, though, you'll be needing our boss's permission. You're not the typical tourist. What could be worth coming out here for?
What's this? A tourist, eh? If you really want to get any of us to talk, you'd better go see Adonis first. This settlement here is the headquarters of the bandit gang called Monoculus. It's seen better days, though. You've come to find that Clavis, have you? Well, you'd better learn the rules of the gang first. We won't help anyone we don't trust. If you expect to get anything out of us, you'd better go talk to Adonis in the base. Adonis is the number 2 in our gang. If you want to meet the number 1, the boss that is, you'll have to go through him. What's this? A tourist, eh? If you really want to get any of us to talk, you'd better go see Adonis first.
So you're the new seed hunter, huh? The job isn't easy, let me tell you. I've warned you. But seeing you're out here in the land of outlaws and bandits, I'm guessing you can hold your own. Once you've got your hands on some soul seeds, track one of us down. We pay good money for them, don't you worry. And then we sell them to rich folks to make a huge profit. It's win-win. Looks like you had yourself a successful hunt. Nice job out there. Here you go. Only the 4 of us are interested in buying soul seeds.
So, what are you having? You better come again.
The desert's safer at night than during the day. Take it easy while the sun's high. Welcome! Come on in and take a load off. Well, that's a shame. Next time.
The buildings here are ancient structures from another age. I don't know whether to call this a town or a fortress, but it's definitely unique.
I'd say definitely criminal is closer. At least there's not much of a dress code, other than looking like a thief.
Where'd you come from? You're not one of those sneaks from the Order, are you?
Well, would it really matter if I were?
No. I'm not gonna tell you a thing either way, so you might as well move on.
Guess I should have known better than to ask some lowly grunt. You're no help to me. Where's the boss?
If you think you're gonna get to meet our boss, you'd better learn to ask nicely.
Did I hurt your feelings? Excuse me, but would you do me the great honor of showing me the way to your boss? Please.
I don't have no help to spare for strangers. Find the boss yourself. If it's our secrets you're after, you'll have to become one of us first. You'll have to pass a trial if you want to get into our gang. Go talk to Adonis on the base, if you're that interested. You think mighty well of yourself if you think our boss would bother meeting a stranger. If it's our secrets you're after, you'll have to become one of us first.
Why, hello. Looks like it's your first time to our humble home. Welcome. Do you need a guide?
That's exactly what I need. That and some answers to a few questions I have.
A woman who knows what she wants. Fire away and I'll do my best.
Rumor has it that you bandits might be able to tell me about the Holy Clavis.
So you know who we are. From what I can tell, you don't look like one of those order lackeys, so what possible use could you have for the Clavis?
Why should I have to tell you that?
You shouldn't, and you don't. You're not one of us, so you can do whatever you want, but I won't be telling you nothing. If you want to know what we know about the Clavis, you'll just have to join our gang, Monoculus. Have you ever wanted to be a bandit? Now's your chance. Not that we let just anyone join us. But we'll at least let you try out. If you don't like that, then I think you know where the exit is. And that's all I've got to say about this. Name's Adonis, by the way. If you want to attempt the trial, just say the word. I'll explain everything you need to know.
If you want to find the Holy Clavis, it looks like there might not be much choice but joining up. I suggest talking to Adonis and finding out what his trial entails. The bandits of this desert have been exploring the ruins for many years. They know what's in there better than anyone. If you want to recover the Clavis, your best hope lies with them.
That kid just gives you the creeps. You know what I mean? He first came here to the desert with his folks. The weird words he spouts are apparently some kind of code from the ruins. Malo Fee? That's all the kid says. It makes no sense, even as a joke. That's just the kind of place this desert is, though. No one cares if you're speaking tongues or gospel here. That kid just gives you the creeps. You know what I mean? He first came here to the desert with his folks.
Just awoke. There's po noint anymore.
What are you doing?
Nothing much. Just gilling my sputs for hall to ear. Dutter do Ewing, wum-ass.
Hope, can you interpret this for me?
It seems to me like it's some kind of code or cipher, but I don't have enough data yet to break it.
Can't you speak normally?
Show nit. Of course I can. Look, I don't have any info about any treasure if that's what you're looking for. I've got no interest in it. Buffet to you.
Doesn't seem like many people choose to live out here unless they're after treasure. So, what's your story?
Meave be Lee. The world's going to end soon anyway, right? If that's the case, what's the point in having dreams or working hard?
So sitting around waiting for the end was the best idea you could come up with. Nice way to spend your last days.
Well, yeah, it's boring, but nothing I do now makes any sort of difference anyway, so why bother? No matter how much I might unravel mysteries of the past, none of these bandits care. They don't even listen to my findings. Trowan even nice to understand.
I get that it's hard to stay motivated when no one appreciates what you do.
I'd say so. If you get it, why are you giving me a hard time? Just leave me alone. I'm done with all of it. I ditched all my equipment in the desert. If you find any of my old things, they're yours. Take them away with you.
I think I may just do that. They deserve better than getting tossed aside by some sulking, spoiled kid.
Take them, 10.
Speaking of equipment, didn't you pick up some sort of tool in the desert before? Why don't you show him? See how he reacts.
What is it? Don't tell me you actually found something.
Is this it? What you threw away?
How did you... Dad's loop?
Dad?
Never mind that. Just give it back to me. Now!
You want it back? Who was it that told me I was welcome to whatever I could find? I'm not sure I want to give it up.
Fine. I'll talk if I have to. My dad was a great bandit, okay? But he was also a great appraiser. He spent his whole life studying the relics in these ruins.
So he wanted you to follow in his footsteps?
No, it wasn't like that. Not at all. He taught me everything he knew so that I could become a scholar. He wanted me to be able to unravel the mysteries of the past. But then he disappeared. Never made it home. No one ever found any clue as to what happened. He left me, and took my only chance at becoming a scholar with him. Didn't have much choice. I could appraise or starve.
Is that why you threw away his tools? In order to spite your father?
It was stupid. I was stupid. I should have just done what my dad wanted and kept working to be a real scholar. But he's gone, and it's too late now. This world is nearly done for. But if I'm ever reborn, I promise I'll take things a bit more seriously. I'll give it my all. I'll study hard, and I'll become a great scholar and solve all kinds of mysteries. Or maybe that's too much to ask for.
You should dream big, and the first step to making your dream come true is believing it can come true.
If I want to make my dreams come true, I've got to be at least a better appraiser than my father was. I know that's what he would have wanted, too. If you find any treasures in the ruins or out in the desert, please bring them to me to be appraised. Want me to appraise anything odd for you? Whoa, that's some great treasure you found. Good for you. Come back whenever you find any treasure. Come back whenever you find any treasure. No one really knows what happened to my dad after he went missing, but I like to think he's still watching over me.
You ready to see if you've got what it takes to join Monoculus? Oh, made your decision, have you? Then let me explain what you'll have to do. There's a giant sandstorm in the desert. You've seen it, right? It's been causing us nothing but grief out here, to say the least. Make it stop. That's your test. Off you go.
Make it stop? The wind? Do you want a bandit or a holy woman?
Oh, fine. Make me explain it all. Look, that thing's not exactly natural. People call it God's wrath. It's magic or a curse or something. If you can trigger the stone monument near it, you should be able to control it, including making it go away.
If you know that, why haven't you taken care of it, instead of asking a stranger?
What, you think a human can control the weather? That's just crazy talk. Now go and give it your all. Best of luck. Beat the monster near the stone monument, and you'll get the key that activates it. And that's the last freebie you'll get from me.
So if you want into the bandit gang, you'll have to defeat a monster, get a certain key, and somehow use that monument to stop God's wrath.
Hearing what Adonis had to say about it didn't sound like anything a normal person could do.
You're right, it's not a very fair trial. But then again, you are the savior. Doing what regular people can't comes with the job, right?
Beat the monster near the stone monument, and you'll get the key that activates it. And that's the last freebie you'll get from me. Beat the monster near the stone monument, and you'll get the key that activates it. And that's the last freebie you'll get from me.